Oh, goodness me. Good morning. I slept in today. I've got work and I was lying in bed like, I just at the moment feel like I can't get enough sleep. Do you know what? I do think it's a cycle thing. I was talking to Joanne at work the other day and she was saying that she couldn't eat enough food. And I said, because she's like menopausal and I am on the coil, so neither of us can really track our cycles in the same way. And I said, I think things like that when you just cannot eat enough food, I don't track this stuff, but I think that I have a week a month where I don't want dinner. And I'm like, because Lee will be like, are you even bothered? No, we'll have some toast and I'll just like do without because I'm just not hungry. And then I'll have a week a month where I can't eat enough food. I said, it must be cyclical. And I think something similar happens with sleep. But we were both talking about it because we were like, oh, you know, maybe because we can't track. But there must be something to it. I'd be interested to hear from you guys. Where? Oh, it's downstairs. I was going to put on my new SPF. But it's downstairs. I am using that tape thing overnight. I just washed my face with the tape on. I completely forgot. But I'm using that tape thing overnight. I'm using it on my face and I have a line of it in between my boobs here, which I haven't taken off yet. And I'll tell you why, because I'm a real shuffly sleeper anyway. I'm a side sleeper usually. And I was kind of thinking, like, what does the tape do for here? It like holds those two pieces of skin separately so that they can't like create that line. And in theory, keeping them separate for a long time should help soften the line naturally with the use of tape. Anyway, so I was thinking like, where else could that work? And I'm not really interested in, you know, like here and all the other places. I don't really care. It's just this one. I could have as many lines here and this just doesn't seem to bother me as much as this. I think part of it is because I've actually got a full line. Like it looks like I've said this before, so apologies if you're long-time followers, but I have said this before. Because I think it's true. I think I was abducted by aliens and they opened up my skull and there's the reason that where my part is there's a line. Can you see it? I mean, you can see the red line I've just created, but in the kind of my head, like dents there is an actual line, like a skull line down the middle. So I think because that's there, then this to me becomes just like one enormous line. That's why I feel like weirdly self-conscious about it. I hate that I do, because I want to be able to say, oh, I don't care, but this bothers me. These, not so much, you know, smile lines, all those things. This, I think, because also this is like a frowny line, whereas these lines are like, oh, it's laughter lines and happiness lines. So going back to the boobs, I have noticed in the past few years, I get a line here. When I wake up, I've got a line there and a line here, which, let's be real, when we were watching TV as kids, the older ladies had these lines. And when it starts happening to you, it is, oh, is this new? Oh, I'm not opening that one. I didn't even realise that I had a new one of those unopened. It's upsetting. It's upsetting when that happens, when suddenly you're like, oh, it's happening to me. It's happening to me. If I start getting the Deirdre Barlow neck, that might be it for me on YouTube, honestly. I've not even put foundation on. I don't know what I'm doing today. I wake up every day with that line on my chest, and the last 3 days I have put on the tape and the line's not there. Granted, the skin looks weird because it's had tape on it all night and I've still moved around, so it's still done like weird things. But that one line, I think it could work, you know. I'm going to keep you posted. It's a weird thing. I know it's still super vain, but I'm going to keep you posted because there's got to be people who would like to do something treatment-y wise, but don't want to do it. And so you would give it a go. So inexpensive because it's this like weird tape that's like medical tape, not like frownies and stuff, which are like crazy money. So I'm just, you know, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just telling you, this is the thing. I'm not telling you it's something everyone should be doing because I appreciate it's weird. And I wish that I could just be like, don't care, but I do care. Like that doesn't bother me at all. Isn't it weird? Emma and I were talking about this in the podcast episode that we did. By the way, a couple of people actually this week messaged me and said they can't find it. it's just on my channel. I'm going to make it more obvious once Emma and I have been together, because she's coming up to visit in a couple of weeks. And once they've been here, I'm going to do some like artwork. We'll do kind of like a photo shoot of types, and I'm going to make some proper pictures for the podcast. So it's more obvious for you to know. There is a picture, I think it's a holiday podcast was the first one. There is a video on my channel that has a picture of me and Emma on it. It's that one. And then today, Wednesday, the second episode goes up. Today's episode is about, I haven't edited it yet, it's from last week, I'm trying to remember. Oh, perimenopause. It's a good one actually, it's a good chat. Perimenopause and ADHD was kind of what we rolled into one. And like the lack of information and care, and how a lot of the symptoms overlap. So that should be a good one. But I am looking forward. I'm going to redo all those thumbnails once we've done that kind of photo shoot together, so that it's a bit more obvious, because a couple of people have asked that question. But what I was saying was, Emma and I were talking about this in the previous episode, in the previous episode, in last week's episode, in the episode that we're yet to publish, which was about plastic surgery and treatments and stuff. And we both agreed, and I think this is so strange, but we both agreed that we feel differently about things like nose jobs, ears pinning back, things like that. And we couldn't decide, well, I'm really layering now, we couldn't decide whether or not that was because it was normal, more normal for us because people have been doing it for longer, or if it was because we thought it was more of a justified reason to have work done or to have something fixed. Like, I used to work with someone who had a nose job, and I was like dead against it. I was like way overstepping on advice, but she was a lot younger than me, and I was like, oh, please, I don't want you to feel this is something you need to do. And it made me upset. It was nothing to do with me. And I think I was like projecting somewhat because I had a young daughter, and I didn't want to think one day she would be so upset as to need to change something, and it was costing her a lot of money, and just the whole thing made me feel uneasy. But again, really nothing to do with me. She went ahead and had the nose job, and it is the best nose job I've ever seen in my entire life, or at least the best nose job I know is a nose job. She looks like a goddamn Disney princess. And yeah, that was just, I don't know. I think that the difference for me, and possibly the difference for Emma, was we can appreciate someone who like, oh, I hate this and I've hated this my whole life, this feature on my face, and I want to fix it. In a different way to, I don't want to look older and I don't want to get older. And I think we maybe feel like we should embrace that more, and we should be like, well, this is just what happens. We just look older. That's just life and a privilege of getting older. I don't know. We've been talking about, ever since we did that, I know I've talked about it a bunch on this vlog, but we've been talking about it so much since we recorded that episode. And I watched Death Becomes Her yesterday, and it's just been really top of mind. It's just interesting. Also, did I mention these to you before? I think I did. I'm really enjoying them. I cancelled all of the services. I had, this is the scent box one, which is cheaper if you're going to try one. It takes a long time to get to you because I think it comes from outside of the UK. But the scent box one is the cheapest one. And then Scent Addict, which is from, I want to say, the perfume shop. I've now cancelled both dead easy to cancel. I got 2 from the scent box, and I've got my second one coming from Scent Addict. I'm eating perfume right now. And the second one that I got was for Lee. So I was waiting for that to say it had been shipped before I cancelled it. But yeah, would recommend if you want to try some different perfumes. It also gives you like a really nice travel size perfume to just have. And you can buy 8 ml. So what comes inside this is this. And you can buy these. You can buy 8 ml fragrances. So once you've got this, if you think like, oh, I'd like to try this, on Perfume Shop, for example, you can get 8 ml versions of pretty much all the perfumes. So it's just a good thing to kind of have, I think. It's a nice little service. I have tried some things that I wouldn't have tried. I'm fully clamping onto my eyelid. Tried some things that I wouldn't have tried, and I would potentially resubscribe and try some more in a different season. I think though, I've got a couple that I really like. I love Black Opium from YSL, love. And then I've got, I don't know where, this is the problem. I don't know what I've done with it. It's around here somewhere. Oh, it's here. So I got the little mini, like the rollerball one of this when we went to America last. And then for Christmas, Lee got me this. This is one of my favourites. It's the Gucci Flora Bouquet, the pink one. There's loads of different versions of this. And this is a full-size perfume. It looks like a travel size, and I could put it in a travel bag. So I want to get into the habit of wearing perfume every day, because I don't wear perfume every day, and I don't wear deodorant every day. Now, we're going off on a tangent here, but I told Lee that recently, and he didn't believe me, which just goes to show that it's not like, oh, I smell really bad and I don't wear deodorant. I don't. Again, going back to the cycle, this has come real full circle by accident. I think there's really only 1 week a month max where I actually need deodorant. You know, unless you're going somewhere really hot, like if we were in Florida or something, then of course. But, you know, just day-to-day living, I have come to realise, purely because I can't remember to do basic things like put on deodorant every day. So because of that, I have learned about my body that I actually don't need it every day. And I don't not put it on for there's no particular reason. It's just I don't remember. I very rarely remember. Like, I'll try to remember if I'm actually going out, then I'll make a big, you know, then I put my perfume, do all of the steps. But on a day-to-day basis, I just don't remember. And so I'd like to kind of get into a routine. It's impossible, really. I just can't do routines. I need to have like a little place where I put, like, this is your final step. Like, when you do this, you also do this. Put on some deodorant, put on some perfume. I want to be one of those people that always smells really nice. Not that I smell bad, I promise you. It's just that one. The unfortunate thing is, obviously, by the time I realise I probably should have worn deodorant, it's too late. But I'm very rarely out of the house these days. But it would be nice to have, like, just like a little station of this is your nice smelling final step. And you, please, somebody else tell me that this isn't just me. I'm sure there are other people who forget and then realise, oh, this was not necessary for me. I don't know. Now I want to put that perfume on, even though I put a different perfume on, which is not necessary. I feel like this entire vlog, I mean, I'm working today, so I'm not going to have a lot of time. But I just literally turned on the camera being like, we'll just have a little chit chat while I get ready for work. This is going to be the whole vlog. Not a lot is going to happen today, to be fair. I'm going to be sitting here working, and then I'm taking Milo to his boxing class, which he is really enjoying. It's the first thing. He's been to lots of different classes for different things. He did taekwondo for a while, but then after lockdown he didn't really want to go back. But this he's really, really enjoying, and one of his friends from school goes, and he's going like twice a week. So I'm taking him to that later. And then I probably should film a video from my other channel, because I've just had nothing. I've just been so busy. Like I said yesterday in the vlog, it feels as if I'm not doing enough, but it always feels as if I'm not doing enough. And then I look back and go, well, no, I did get a lot of stuff done. It's just there's still lots more to be done. So I always feel like it's not enough. Frustrating. Right, well, that's it. I'm ready. I'm ready to log on for work. Discovered via a friend on my days off that our line manager has changed, so that's going to be fun. It's going to be different. I have my suspicions. Don't love a work, an office drama. So there's that. But yeah, I'll probably see you in several hours for 2 more minutes. Still absolutely covered in dog hair. This is insane, actually. I filmed a video earlier, but I filmed it on cinematic. I might have been filming on cinematic this morning in the vlog, but it didn't seem to pick up on the dog hair from a distance. It's insane. I couldn't find a lint roller this morning before I left the house. I should have done it, but I didn't. Just dropped Milo off at his boxing class, and he said I didn't need to come in, I could just drop him off outside. Well, apparently he's a teenager now, so there's a home bargain around the corner. I'm gonna go and kill some time there. Not an ideal place, but should we do a little bit of a home bargain tour while I'm still killing time? Crisps! More crisps! some of which I've just eaten. I'm absolutely starving. I've just like not made time to eat today. Lee bought some of these yesterday and we ate them so fast. I immediately wanted some more. Got a family pack. This is our favourite toothpaste. And I bought 2 of them. I'm feeling like a baller, obviously. Lee's going to be so excited when he sees that we've got not only a new one, but a spare. My favourite razors, which are these. These are the best razors of all time. No shaving rash. Some shower gel. I bought this Got To Be dry shampoo. Extra volume. Now, this is something that I would have previously avoided. Anything that said it gave extra volume because it's going to add like product into the hair. However, now, oh, it smells quite nice actually. It's quite a strong smell. But now I've got super short hair, I can deal with it because if I hate it, I can wash my hair. Like it's not quite so much of a thing to have like kind of gunky roots when you've got short hair. When you've got long hair and you have to brush it through, it's a bit of a problem. So we'll see. It's not doing what I thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to be, you know, like those dry shampoos and those volumizing sprays where it kind of like it feels cakey at the root. It didn't do that. Cotton pads. This, I bought some nail clippers and I bought them because of this that I've done while I was driving. Come on, focus on this. And I can't stand it, so I'm going to open these right now and cut my nails because I cannot stand it for a moment longer. I got some chocolate. I got some more chocolate. I got some of this like crazy mouthwash stuff because Milo's been complaining that his gum is sore. We haven't got a dentist appointment quite yet, so I thought I'd get him some antiseptic mouthwash. Coconut body oil. I don't know, it was like $2.99. Then I got a couple of these. Now, testing will need to be done. But if it is an actual jam jar, I've been wanting to make some kind of jam jar style candles like this with lids for garden candles. Lids are more important for garden candles for me because I want to be able to keep the water out of them. So I bought a couple of these and I'm going to do some testers, just kind of play around with it. I got some bug repellent fragrance oil that arrived yesterday, which is a very strong scent, and all the reviews were like, love this scent so much. And I feel like it could be one of those like love hate it, because it's like mint, lavender, citronella, something else, just really strong scents. It's something that's supposed to repel all bugs, not just like flies and stuff. So I'm going to make some sample candles in these. Fingers crossed it is actually a jam jar and thus heat resistant. And I bought these potato skins, which I know that we like, and I think that's what me and Lee are going to have for tea. It's just been carb recently. My body is crying out for some vegetables, but it's just not meant to be. I also got a wham bar. It's been a minute. So I've made the sample jars for Karen and I. I think they've worked really well. I'm also testing a different wax at the same time, which has adhered beautifully. No wet spots. Obviously that can change. Not that anyone even cares, but like it's something that I'm super focused on while I'm making candles. And it just like the way it, does anyone even care? Maybe not. But the way it looks in the jar is really nice. Like it's not pulled away from the jar on the inside. Beautiful, beautiful, milky, creamy candles. I just kind of put some relief holes in there and smooth the tops. And I look forward. In fact, I might wait until our new table and bench come. And then I might have like we'll sit outside and I'll burn my little outdoor candle. It can be a moment, it can be an event. This is an example, just so I could explain what I was talking about, of like glass adhesion. See, like this is all stuck nicely, and then this is kind of where it pulls away, and they're called wet spots. It's more common with natural waxes. It's one of those like, you know, you can't have it all situations. But when I make a candle and it's just like, oh, it's beautiful all the way around. Unfortunately, sometimes it's beautiful all the way around, and then it gets to someone and it's not going to be beautiful because it's been through multiple different heats and whatever else. But yeah, you know, you just have to, in that moment, be like, it's a beautiful thing. It might not last, and really nobody cares, but I care. Plate of beige. Plate of beige coming right up. I love it. And sour cream to wash it all down. Why? Why on earth would I feel so bloated and rubbish all the time? It just makes no sense. It makes no sense. Wash it down with a glass of orange juice as well. That's not going to do anything for my stomach, is it? Anyway. Milo came in and like moonwalked out. That's going to be it for today's vlog. We're also watching Vanderpump Rules. Season 11, episode 11. I am really Team Katie. If there's enough of you that are interested, I'm going to do a whole... let's do a live. Maybe after the reunions. Because I have thoughts.